My husband was a deacon, and he taught men's Bible study. He pursued God. He came home from work one day, and he collapsed in the floor. He had a massive brain aneurysm. I was his around-the-clock nurse, and turning him every 3 to 4 hours, and he had a breathing tube and a stomach, a feeding tube, a catheter. He was like a baby. I had a friend come that I'd worked with, and I never really drank or done anything because you just never appealed to me, so I tried it and I just didn't like it. So she said, well, I'm going to bring a bottle of wine over because you're so uptight. Let's just have a glass of wine and see if that won't help you. And, you know, you're just under a lot of pressure and stress. So I had a glass of wine and I got a buzz, and I thought, this is pretty good. I was immediately addicted. I wanted it. I loved that feeling. I was drinking, but I was still able to take care of him. And I pretty much went into a dark depression. I was just getting bitter and angry at God because I felt like God was punishing me. I felt like I had done something and God was just mad with me. Otherwise, why would he do this to this fine Christian man who did nothing but love him and follow him? And I didn't want to live. I didn't see what I had, that I had 2 beautiful daughters and son-in-laws and grandchildren. I was just blinded to that. The enemy just deceived me that, because you just are so selfish in addiction. You just see yourself. It's all about you. So in 2008, he passed. They're like, Mom, please stop. We've already lost Dad. We don't want to lose you. So why don't you just stop? And I'm like, I can't. I tried to stop and I couldn't. So I went to AA. I went to Bradford. I did every self-help thing, you know, to try to stop. And I'd be good for a little bit, and then I would do it again. And of course, there were bad relationships with men that I had no business being with, and because I just didn't care. My children did an intervention. I had done one last binge, and they came to my house to where I lived, and I was in the floor. I was a wreck. I'd been drinking, and I'd taken a bunch of, I don't even remember what all I took. And they stood over me, and I can still see their faces. And they just said, this is it. These are your choices. We've got an airplane ticket to Teen Challenge in Fort Myers, Florida. And you can get on that plane in an hour. Or you can pack your stuff. We never want to see you again. We're done. I went to Fort Myers, Florida to Teen Challenge. And so I was there for 4 months, and I was mad about it. Let me tell you, I was mad. I started praying because I knew that God was, and I believed in God, and I was a Christian, but I was just such a mess. And I thought, God, if you hear me, please show me something that I'm not going to die, that there is going to be a way out of this mess, and I can have my family back, that I can do what I need to do to get back on track. And so I started praying, and he kept showing me Athens. Every sermon we'd go hear it be something Athens. And I said, that's it. He's going to send me back home to Athens, Alabama, because I'm going to die. So he's letting me go back home to be with my family. And so I go to my desk at Teen Challenge one morning, and there were some papers on my desk, and I turned it over, and it was an application to Women at the Well in Athens, Tennessee. They said, Mom, we're not really going to have anything to do with you until we see you finish this. You're going to finish it, and then we'll see what we're going to do. So I didn't see my grandchildren for 18 months, and I had a very shallow communication with my daughters. And when I graduated, they came to my graduation. And God just started restoring. He's restored everything. I remember the day that I was on the floor and I saw my girls' faces, and He let me feel the pain that they felt all over again. I felt that pain that they experienced and how much they loved me. how hard that was for them to do to their mother, for their mother, that they loved me so much, that they would do what they did. You know, they didn't just let me die. So I would take all that I've been through and I would do it again to have what I have today. I would.
How great the love of Jesus Christ. Upon the cross of Calvary, the blood was shed that pardons me. No longer bound, no more defeat. How great the